The story begins where we left off from the last episode, where Superman had to fight against a team of superpowered individuals created by Task Force X, including Parasite, Livewire, Silver Banshee, Roughhouse, Heatwave, and Deathstroke. Although he managed to defeat the others, Superman struggled to beat Parasite, who drained him of his powers and used them against him. When Lois and Jimmy arrived at the scene, Superman was already being taken away by Task Force X in a plane. Worried that Superman is in trouble, Jimmy and Lois run around Metropolis searching for him. Their search comes up empty, and even Jimmy claims there are no sightings of Superman on his Flamebird account, which seems as if he disappeared off the face of the earth. When they feel hopeless and unable to find clues, Flip and the News Kid Legion show up and offer to help them find Superman. Flip claims that nobody knows Metropolis better than the News Kid Legion. Big Word brought walkie-talkies for them to communicate. At the same time, Gabby made missing posters of Superman, which even Patty is helping. Lois rejects Flip's offer, worried that it may be too dangerous for them, but Flip explains that she wants to help Superman the same way he saved her. She convinces Lois to agree to them helping with their search. Superman is being detained against his will while the General interrogates him. Superman gets zapped with electricity when he tries to speak up, sending a powerful jolt throughout his body. The General asks him when the invasion will be and how many will invade Earth. Superman looks confused and insists he has no idea what the General is talking about, while claiming that he has lived on Earth his whole life. The General refuses to believe Superman, so he shows him exactly what happened on Zero Day as the entire room turns into a hologram video. 22 years ago, an unidentified flying object suddenly appeared on Earth. Soldiers were sent to investigate and contain the area. A young Amanda Waller and Sam Lane, aka the General, were new recruits of Division 1. Sam didn't appear in the lineup while their commanding officer was briefing them. Amanda suspects he's screwing around and decides to find him. She later finds him, who snuck into the command tent to make a call to his wife. Amanda criticizes Sam for not taking this seriously, but he explains how he can't help it, given that there's been no activity since they had it under surveillance. As Amanda reins in and pulls Sam back into ranks, they suddenly hear noises from outside. Suddenly, a portal opens where an alien armada awaits them from the other side. A mysterious guy in armor orders the army to attack, sending its forces through the portal. Giant robots show up and wipe out the entire US Army. They tried to fight back but were no match against the alien technology. Powerless against the invaders, Amanda and Sam awaited their deaths when the portal abruptly closed and their robots ceased working. Sam and Amanda are left speechless, the only survivors of what seemed to be an invasion, seeing the aftermath of its battle. The General explains how he spent the last 22 years reliving this moment, putting everything aside and sacrificing everything to prepare Earth for the invaders' return. Hoping to give Earth a fighting chance, he created Task Force X, reconstructed the technology the invaders left behind, and turned their weapons into theirs. He explains how he had to make hard calls so that they would be ready when they returned. He criticizes Superman for trying to pass off as a hero when they both know he is a weapon for destruction, built to invade other planets. As the General continues to ask him who he is and what he plans for Earth, Superman insists that he doesn't know and starts to weep, unsure why his people did what they did. Meanwhile, Jimmy and Lois continue their search at the docks, but can still not find any traces of where they took Superman. The News Kid Legion informs them that they too had come up empty from their side. Lois breaks down, worried about how she left the last conversation she had with Clark. With him gone, she worries that she had said awful things to him and doubted him when he needed them the most. Jimmy comforts and reassures her that they will find him no matter what. Dr. Ivo is back in his cell ranting about how he was screwed over having been promised Superman. He claims he doesn't just want to detain Superman, but wants him to suffer the way he did. The General returns after his interrogation to where Amanda reports how Superman's powers continue to be suppressed, with Ivo's parasite collar in conjunction with the Cadmus Omega field. Amanda is impressed with Ivo's work, which worked well against Superman. Sam claims they spent too much time wondering why Nemesis Omega attacked that day, but now that it seems they would finally have the answers, he worried they might be wrong. Amanda talks him out of it and explains how Task Force X doesn't make mistakes. Sam wonders if Superman's people age like them, which would then make him too young to have been part of Zero Day. He worries that Superman might be innocent, but Amanda insists that Superman is an invader and that they have not made a mistake. Worried that Superman might have compromised the General's commitment, he suggests getting rid of him. Sam explains how they'd need information more than revenge. Amanda refuses to listen and suggests turning him over to Ivo as promised, but Sam refuses. She worries that if he is unable to make the right call, then she feels he's no longer the same man she followed for the last 22 years. Realizing that Amanda refuses to stand down, Sam pulls rank on her and orders that they keep Superman alive for further questioning. She presses a keyboard button before Waller left the room, turning off the camera in Livewire's cell. When she realized that the camera was off, Livewire quickly used her powers to remove her collar and break free from her cell. She then breaks Ivo free, who's determined to take down Superman. Dr. Ivo then dons his exosuit and breaks into the room where they're holding Superman. Superman claims he refuses to listen to him, but then drains the facility's energy to power itself. The other prisoners also break out and cover Ivo from Task Force X. Superman notices a hole in the ceiling, which he quickly uses to escape. With Superman gone, Livewire feeds Parasite with her powers, which he grew to colossal size. Superman escapes through the sewers where Flip finds him on the ground. Superman urged her to run, worried she would get caught up in his battle. Flip quickly informs the others that she has Superman and tells them to rendezvous at the News Kid clubhouse. When Lois and Jimmy finally find Superman, he tells Lois that he finally knows why he was sent here. He claims that he is a weapon sent by his people to colonize Earth. Jimmy quickly objects, claiming that he would never hurt people, but Superman explains that he saw what happened the day he was sent here to invade Earth. He tells them he saw his spaceship come through with an alien armada. He claims it all makes sense now how he can do what he does. Shoot lasers with his eyes or rip steel apart. He believes he was made for destruction and thinks Earth is better off without him. Hearing him at his lowest, Lois quickly tells him he's a person and not a weapon meant to destroy things. Suddenly, the ground shakes and Parasite has grown exponentially in size from the power it has absorbed and continues to siphon power from the buildings around it. He taunts Superman to come out of hiding. Superman feels responsible for Ivo going on a rampage as his people brought these weapons to Earth. He claims that he is the only one capable of stopping him. Lois tried to stop him, worried that he may not stand a chance against him in his current condition, given that he has just escaped from Task Force X. Superman explains that with people getting hurt, he needs to try at least. Superman quickly confronts Ivo, who's now stronger, faster, and more powerful than him. Seeing Superman beat up, Jimmy quickly thought of an idea. Using the enormous followers he has, he calls out to them for help. Lois explains how Metropolis is under attack and that Superman is trying to defend them. She worries that in his current state, he will not be able to defeat it on his own. She appealed to their emotions and told them she didn't know how to feel when she first met Superman. He was different from them, stronger, faster, and more powerful, but despite that, he spent every day helping people with his powers. He may be different from them, but even humans are capable of hurting people and causing them pain because of greed, jealousy, vengeance, and even fear. Having said that, they are also capable of so much greatness, and it's what they choose to do that matters. Now that Superman is out there protecting them, it now falls on them to help him. They tell the people to turn off their power to eliminate Parasite's energy source. The people were moved by Lois's heartfelt plea and decided to turn off their building's power, cutting off Parasite's power source. In its weakened state, Superman can now handle Parasite by himself. Ivo blames Superman for turning him into a monster, to which he responds by saying that it was his choice to become one. Using his X-ray vision, he could ascertain where Dr. Ivo was in the creature's body, to which he quickly removed him from the exosuit, resulting in its crumbling in on itself. Defeating Dr. Ivo, Superman quickly returns to the Daily Planet where Jimmy and Lois are. Jimmy runs to his arms, thrilled to find him in one piece. Jimmy realized he and Lois needed time to themselves, so he quickly made his way to the exit. Superman claims that he has heard everything she said, to which Lois reiterates that the world is better with him in it. Lois tells him never to worry her again while confessing her feelings for him. Superman quickly jumped into her arms and kissed her, and they shared a passionate kiss floating in the air. Jimmy carries Lois's bag, realizing she needs time with Clark when he accidentally stumbles into the video recording device she got from the League of Lois's of alternate Supermans attacking people. Meanwhile, Amanda Waller confronts the General about Superman. When the General claims he decided to let him go, Amanda informs him that he has been demoted after his recent failure. to take lethal action against Superman. The general explains that he had no choice as he had to prioritize civilian lives. Effective immediately, he's relieved of his duties per orders of Checkmate and the government of the United States of America. She explains that she will be the new head of Task Force X. Given the recent incident with Superman, they're taking a different approach. She later hands him Dr. Ivo's latest invention, the Omega Cannon, and orders him to track down and eliminate Superman. Although it may not kill him, it will definitely weaken him and give him a chance to finish it once and for all. The end. Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos and make sure to subscribe and tap that bell to be notified about our latest videos. We'll see you next time.